Well, it is a beautiful day in our neighborhood, at least, and we hope it is for you wherever you are, wherever you may be watching this. This is Jim Watts with the Tulsa World, here with my colleague, Mr. Jimmie Tramel, also with the Tulsa World. We are the scene department, and we're here to discuss some of the things to look forward to in upcoming editions of the Tulsa World, which can be found at at any place that sells newspapers, and also tulsaworld.com. We have the commerce part out of the way. Let's get to the fun part by boldly going where, well, we have gone before, but we're going to go there again. I believe you have something Star Trek related you wish to share, Mr. Tramel.
It's funny how we keep deferring to things we love when we write about them, go figure. Gene Roddenberry, creator of Star Trek, he's passed away, but his 100th birthday would have been Thursday of this week. So in honor of the Roddenberry centennial, I did some research yesterday and found 10 Oklahoma connections to Star Trek. And ideally, maybe you don't know about these, and it's kind of, you'll find these neat. One of the original series regulars has roots in Oklahoma. We won't ruin it, but one of the original cast series has Oklahoma roots.
I think I might know. I don't know. The only one that I know that was it would have an Oklahoma root was a guest star who also appeared in Cool Hand Luke, which might people off.
Lou Antonio is who you're thinking about.
No. I'm thinking of Morgan Woodward.
Okay.
Brother
Lou Antonio was in Cool Hand Luke and Star Trek.
Okay, well, so was Morgan Woodward, who was the brother of longtime Tulsa weatherman Lee Woodward.
Okay.
Who was on Channel 6 and had the puppet Lionel. I do remember that. So
I'm going to add Morgan Woodward now.
Okay.
We don't want to give away all 10 here, but I'll throw this one out. The first Emmy ever won by the Star Trek franchise was won by an indigenous writer, a Kiowa tribal member, who wrote as an episode of the animated series, and it won an Emmy. He's from Lawton and Anadarko. So
okay,
kind of neat stuff that we hope to bring you in Friday's Tulsa World.
All right. Well, that will, and I'm sure it will get some eyes, because if memory serves me right, there are one or two Star Trek fans in the world, so they will want to check that out. Speaking of Oklahoma ties to big things, this year will also mark the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. And that same year, a play was produced off Broadway called The Guys. It was done in a small off-Broadway theater. It starred Sigourney Weaver and Bill Murray. And it was written by Ann Nelson. Ann Nelson she was born in Fort Sill, spent most of her formative years in Stillwater before moving off to New York, and has had a celebrated career as a writer and as a teacher of journalism. She teaches at Columbia University. The Guys is based on her own experiences in the immediate aftermath after 9/11, when quite by circumstance, she was put in touch with the captain of a New York City firehouse, who was wanting to find someone to help him write the eulogies for the 8 members of his company that had died on 9/11 performing their duties. It's been done here once before in 2011. And now Theater Tulsa is going to be doing it. It'll open Friday, the 27th of August at the Tulsa PAC. It is, it's a very moving play. And when I spoke with Miss Nelson, I'm going to have an interview with her. She said that while it is very much tied into September 11th, she said that she's seeing now that and hearing now from people that how those who have been on the front lines during the COVID-19 pandemic have approached her and said, this is my story too. This way of dealing with grief and loss and moving on. So we'll have that in Sunday, so keep an eye out for that. I believe, what can people expect from you on this coming Sunday?
To partner with your Sunday story, I've got some entertainment with Reservation Dogs, the great new series FX on Hulu by Sterling Harjo. A local actor and rapper, his name is Sten Jotty. He grew up in Glenpool, now lives in Iowa, but just got off the phone with him maybe 30 minutes ago. And I tell you, it was the kind of interview where the interview subject was so good that as the interviewer, you just hope now all I can do is hope I don't screw up the story. He's had a really interesting life. Sten Jotty, who will be the character Bear's absentee father in episode 4. He felt like he was basically playing himself because he's had some things he's overcome in his life. But really can't wait to start writing this story because, and as I said, I hope I don't mess it up because what he said was very interesting stuff.
Well, so much. There's one of the things that I love about everything that's surrounding Reservation Dogs is that it just shows to everyone the richness of and depth of talent in the Native community that hasn't gotten a showcase like this. And it's just great to see, all the interest throughout the country about this show that has its roots in Oklahoma very deeply.
Yeah. I've seen episode 4. I think you have too, but I think people will really be curious to see this episode because it's not pure comedy. There's some real serious overtones to this episode as well. Anything else? What do we have? You got some food or anything else going on?
One thing to look forward to as fall is approaching. It's the season for festivals, and we'll have a roundup of a lot of the big festivals, whether they be cultural, musical, or just the Tulsa State Fair, which is sort of in a class all by itself. And we'll have a listing of that coming up in our upcoming weekend section. Speaking of food, if you are wanting to treat yourself to what would probably be one of the best meals you'll have, we have an interview with Bobby Benjamin, who's the new chef at Lowwood Modern Wood Fire. It's in the East Village district, just east of downtown. I got to sample about 7 of the things on the menu, and every one of them was just extraordinary. Very, very well done. Very flavorful, very unusual, but it's I can't praise it enough, basically. And upcoming review is probably going to be a new place that took over what was for many years Jim's Never on Sunday. It's called Gamble's Pastaria and Grocery. The grocery isn't quite there yet, but the Pastaria place is. They serve fresh pasta, homemade sauces, pizza. It's worth checking out too. So let's see. Oh, and one thing that we'll tease you with a little bit that's coming up even later is we talked to Jimmy Buffett about Margaritaville and Broadway. That show,
Cool.
Escape to Margaritaville, is the first Broadway show to come to Tulsa in 18 months. And it'll open the last day of August 31st. So look forward to a chat with Mr. Buffett coming up. Well, I believe that is what we have going for us this week. We thank you all for watching, and on behalf of myself and my colleague Jimmie Tramel, we will gladly see you later.
Behave.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.